You started a GLP-1 expecting your body to change. What you probably didn't expect was to feel emotionally off at the same time things were finally working. Irritable, a little hollow. Maybe a low-grade sadness that doesn't quite make sense, because by every external measure, you're doing great. That's not a coincidence, and it's not a character flaw. It's something real, and it's something almost no one is talking about. I'm Dr. Jen Bradley, licensed psychologist and founder of Evolve Integrative Wellness. I've spent 30 years in mental health, sitting with women who are doing everything right on paper and still feel like something is missing. I understand the research. I also understand what it's like to be a woman in a body that doesn't always cooperate, and in a medical system that was never designed with our full experience in mind. That's what After the Noise is. It's a space for women navigating the emotional and identity terrain that GLP-1 medications stir up, the terrain your prescriber probably didn't mention, that doesn't show up in the clinical literature, and that can feel incredibly isolating because everyone around you seems focused on the number on the scale. The noise in this context is everything that's been masking what's actually going on underneath. The food, the coping, the emotional architecture most of us built without realizing we were building it, because it was the only architecture available. GLP-1s quiet the signal, and when that happens, what was running quietly in the background gets louder. That's not the medication failing. That's information surfacing. And you deserve a framework for understanding it. Here's what I want you to know from the start. The emotional shifts women experience on these medications are not an accident. Food has never just been about food. For most of us, eating has been comfort, reward, and the most reliable way to take care of ourselves without asking anyone for anything. When that changes, when the urgency lifts and the automatic reach is gone, you don't just lose a habit. You lose a coping mechanism that has been doing real work for years. What replaces it matters, and that's what we build here. Every week, I go deeper in my Substack, After the Noise, on exactly this. The research that wasn't designed to account for women's emotional lives. What's actually happening when the feelings surface. And what it looks like to build something more intentional in place of what's shifting. Not 10 new habits, not a wellness protocol. Something more honest than that. If you're on a GLP-1 and the emotional piece has caught you off guard, if you've been wondering why this is harder than it looks from the outside, this week's piece is worth reading. The link is in the description. And if you want to keep going, my weekly email newsletter through Evolve Integrative Wellness goes to readers who are ready to do this work in real time. That link is there too. You don't have to have it figured out to start. You just have to be willing to look at what's actually there. I'll see you in the next one.